Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today I thought I'd take a look at Onslaught from a long time ago. So, checking them out, yeah, I don't have the Red Skull helmet. This one, here's why. The wave came with Captain America, Mockingbird, Demolition Man, Whirlwind, Taskmaster, Cottonmouth, Sharon Carter, but that was the Red Slot, with Red Skull. I don't want that. Taskmaster, you could kind of interchange for Kitty Pryde in the next wave because she came with the Magneto-style helmet, and I much prefer this one. It's an X-Men villain. Size-wise, he is a Build-A-Figure. This is a solid size for Build-A-Figure, I think. So here, let me get a size comparison. It will be, who do I got? I got Whirlwind from the same wave. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, he could be a little taller, but I think he's just the right size. I think Whirlwind's just a big dude, but not too bad. And see, I like to harp on the sizes of Build-A-Figures because sometimes we just kind of get, how can I politely put this? I think we get sometimes a little deceived. So here's one Build-A-Figure compared to another. And I know I harp on Mantis a lot, but that's a dumb Build-A-Figure. It really is. I mean, look at the size of this one compared to that one. You get so much value out of this one compared to this one. That's a rant for another time. I don't know. One piece I'll never understand is this one. I don't understand. It just looks so stupid. Not a fan of it. And it barely pegs in, so it's kind of always just kind of dangling there. I don't get it. Shoulders, they slightly move, which, they left the little cutouts for his biceps, but you don't have that rotation due to the size of those shoulder pads, and they pop right out. You've got the upper torso movement, no ab crunch, no waist. It's all just up there in the torso, and look, this thing just fell off again. Couldn't you have given him like a cloth cape? I don't know. Man. No punching power hands. I mean, you get the grip hand, but what's he supposed to be gripping? You get the claw hand, which is great. He does have single jointed elbows, which is a darn shame, but for the figure of this size, I understand. Double jointed knees, but they're so hidden, you can barely even tell down there. He does have those old school Toy Biz hip joints where they're just a giant ball with a hinge on them, which is, it's not as bad as, say, the Sandman action figure, but I don't know. The purple and the red, by the way, looks really good. It's a cool combo. I love Onslaught from the 90s. He's just such a 90s villain. Okay, can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine like the boardroom? They're like, okay, we gotta find a new X-Men villain. How about Magneto? Yeah, that's not new. But what if he combined with Professor Xavier? You're getting a corner office. You're double hired. Yeah, it's a weird character idea. But I think it works. I mean, he killed off like Captain America and Iron Man. He killed like a whole bunch of people. So he was a legit threat. Yeah, I like the, you don't even have ankle rockers because this deco down here inhibits it, which I've said it before and I'll say it again. If deco inhibits the articulation you put on a figure, then it doesn't have that articulation. And this has several examples of why it's just not put together very well. He's statuesque, and he's not much for action, which lowers his score, I think. The design, the size, he's got some big time pros, but he's got quite a few cons. He's not exactly meant for toy photography. Try saying that 7 times fast. Yeah, man. Truly, I wanted to give this a higher score, but looking at it, like really looking at it, it's like a 2.75 out of 5. The wave was kind of junk. The character and the size is pretty sweet, but I love the idea of combining like one little piece from this Build-A-Figure wave, and obviously the main bulk of the Build-A-Figure wave. I like that. Adding like little touch-ups to past Build-A-Figures, really cool idea. Wish they would do that more. But yeah, 2.75 I think is fair. It's just it goes great in the X-Men villains display that I have, but otherwise it's not much for action. So I think that's a fair score. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Hit like, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you remember the Heroes Reborn storylines. I have the #1 issue of Captain America from when Onslaught killed him and they brought him back through comic logic. Oh, it was so great. And he had that like big stupid chest of his. Man, that was those are dark times for comics. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram and Twitter, both at the Toy Temple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.